Ladies and gentlemen, robot boxing fans around the world, tonight's spotlight belongs to one of the most feared machines ever to set foot in the WRB arena, Diablo, the Dark Prince of world robot boxing. In a sport dominated by cold steel and hard circuits, Diablo stands apart as a fiery symbol of intimidation, aggression, and ruthless precision. From his flaming skull to his brutal arm blade attacks, Diablo is more than a Halloween special superbot. He is a statement about what happens when style, storytelling, and gameplay are fused into a single, unforgettable contender. Over the next 20 minutes, this speech will explore who Diablo is, where he comes from, how he fights, and why he has become a legend for WRB players everywhere. Who Diablo is. Diablo was introduced in Real Steel World Robot Boxing as a limited-time superbot, branded the Dark Prince, released during a Halloween event called Fright Night. As the headline reward for that live event, players had to battle through special fights and collect tickets for a chance to add him to their roster. The developers at Reliance Games designed Diablo as a showpiece for WRB's Star Robot and Live event systems, making him both visually striking and mechanically powerful compared with many standard robots. On official WRB social media, Diablo was described as a cruel punisher who devastates enemies with his arm blades, emphasizing his role as an offense-oriented striker. Visual design and theme. Diablo's design is built around a demonic, infernal theme. He has a flaming skull, curling horns, and armor that glows with molten, lava-like energy. His color palette focuses on blacks, reds, and fiery oranges, so he looks like he stepped straight out of a volcanic underworld onto the WRB stage. The armor plates on his chest form sharp, chevron-like patterns leading down to a bright core, visually framing the power source that fuels his attacks. Skulls and horn-like motifs complete the impression that Diablo is not just a fighter, but a nightmare made metal, intended to intimidate opponents even before the first punch is thrown. Lore and personality. Within Real Steel's extended media and fan interpretations, Diablo's title as Dark Prince suggests a character who rules the shadows of the League and emerges especially during the chaos of Halloween. Promotional descriptions position him as a punisher who relishes dealing pain, giving him a personality closer to a merciless executioner than a noble champion. Some event blurbs and community discussions frame Diablo as a special attraction whose appearance in live events signals a higher level of difficulty and reward, almost like a seasonal boss. This lore layer reinforces the idea that facing Diablo is a test of courage and skill, separating casual players from dedicated competitors. Role in WRB events. Diablo first arrives as the grand prize of the Fright Night live event, where players must win matches, earn tickets, and progress through battles to claim him. This event structure pushes players to engage heavily with the game during the Halloween window, turning Diablo into both a gameplay goal and a badge of seasonal participation. Over time, subsequent WRB updates and community tournaments continue featuring Diablo in videos and showcases, keeping his presence alive beyond his initial event. Content creators frequently pit Diablo against marquee robots such as Adam, Zeus, and other champions in gameplay videos, further cementing his status among the game's elite fighters. Core fighting style. In combat, Diablo is built as an aggressive attacker who uses close-range power strikes and spinning blade combinations to overwhelm opponents. His moveset emphasizes sustained offense, making him most effective when he is pressuring the enemy and forcing them to block or retreat. Players who use Diablo successfully typically stay within striking distance, manage spacing to set up combos, and time his heavy attacks to punish openings rather than trading jabs. His animations convey weight and brutality, giving each connected hit a sense of impact that matches his intimidating appearance. Signature special moves. Diablo's special moves define his identity even more clearly than his basic punches and blocks. One of his signature abilities is commonly referred to as a guillotine whirlwind-style attack, a spinning, blade-focused move that tears through the opponent's guard and inflicts heavy damage. In WRB2 material, this move is renamed Spinal Eclipse, emphasizing the final stomping hit to the opponent's back, which visually underlines his cruel persona. These moves are more than damage tools, they are cinematic moments that reward players for skillful meter management and correct execution under pressure. Strengths in gameplay. Diablo's main strengths lie in his high damage output and his ability to punish mistakes quickly with his specials and blade strikes. When players time his combos properly, he can rapidly deplete an opponent's health bar, sometimes deciding a round in a single sequence of attacks. His design as a superbot also means he often comes with enhanced stats compared with many standard WRB robots, giving him an edge in power and, in some configurations, durability. These advantages make him a top-tier pick in many offline battles and challenge modes, especially in the hands of players who practice his timing. Weaknesses in balancing. Despite his strength, Diablo is not invincible. His heavy, committed animations can leave him open if an attack whiffs or is blocked by a prepared opponent. Skilled adversaries can sidestep or counter during the recovery of his big swings, turning his aggression against him. Event and progression structures also serve as balancing tools, since acquiring Diablo often requires significant in-game effort, tickets, or grinding, ensuring that not every new player has immediate access to him. This scarcity keeps him feeling special while preventing him from dominating every match in lower tiers. Diablo vs. iconic robots. In many showcase matches, Diablo is pitted against iconic real steel robots like Adam, Zeus, and Metro, creating dream fights that fans enjoy watching and recreating. These bouts highlight how his ferocious style contrasts with Adam's underdog resilience and Zeus's champion arrogance. Videos featuring Superbot Diablo vs. Adam Golden Zeus and Metro demonstrate his capacity to stand toe-to-toe with even heavily upgraded versions of these legends, making him a staple of high-power exhibition fights. For many players, beating Adam or Zeus with Diablo feels like flipping the movie's narrative on its head, letting the dark powerhouse win the day. Tips for playing Diablo. To unlock Diablo's full potential, players should focus on 3 key habits: controlling distance, protecting his openings, and maximizing meter usage. First, staying just close enough to threaten with blade combos forces opponents into reactive play, where one mistake can trigger Diablo's punishing sequences. Second, learning the exact recovery frames of his big attacks helps avoid being countered. Wise players do not spam specials but deploy them after confirmed hits or in guaranteed punish situations. Finally, careful management of the special meter ensures that Diablo always has access to his devastating signature moves during crucial turning points in a match. Place in the WRB meta. While WRB does not have an officially maintained tier list, community discussions and gameplay channels frequently treat Diablo as one of the standout premium or event-locked robots. His combination of stats, moveset, and intimidating presence makes him a common feature in videos showcasing high-level or fully upgraded squads. At the same time, because he is tied to events and special rewards, he often symbolizes veteran status. When players see Diablo in an opponent's lineup, they infer experience and long-term engagement with the game. This perception strengthens his aura as a prestige pick rather than just another robot in the catalog. Diablo and player emotion. Part of Diablo's impact comes from the emotional responses he evokes in players: excitement for those who unlock him, and anxiety for those who must fight him. Limited time availability, strong power, and dramatic visuals create a sense of urgency and desire around acquiring him. Facing Diablo on the other side of the ring becomes a psychological challenge. The flaming skull, heavy soundtrack, and aggressive animations can make opponents tense up or over-defend, which smart Diablo users exploit with throws and delayed strings. In this way, his design affects not only mechanics but also the mental game that defines high-level WRB play. Narrative impact on Real Steel fans. For fans of the broader Real Steel universe, Diablo adds a darker twist to the cast of robots, which includes everything from junkyard scrappers to high-tech champions. His demonic motif departs from the more industrial or martial design seen in many other bots, expanding the aesthetic palette of the franchise. By introducing supernatural-themed characters like Diablo and Halloween variants, WRB stretches Real Steel beyond the confines of the movie's grounded tone into a more stylized, game-friendly mythos. This evolution keeps the game fresh and lets players imagine a wider universe where robot boxing can embrace fantasy, horror, and seasonal storytelling alongside sports drama. Lasting legacy. Years after his introduction, Diablo continues to appear in WRB gameplay compilations and community discussions, which is remarkable in a mobile game with a constantly growing roster. His sustainability in the spotlight comes from the fact that he is not just numerically strong, he is memorable. Players remember the first time they saw his flaming entrance, the first time his Spinal Eclipse-style finisher closed out a match, and the grind required to win him during event windows. These memories give Diablo a legacy that goes beyond patch notes and balance tweaks, rooting him deeply in the lived experience of the WRB community. Closing. To sum up, Diablo in World Robot Boxing is far more than a Halloween gimmick. He is a carefully crafted superbot who combines infernal aesthetics, brutal mechanics, and smart event design to create one of the game's most iconic fighters. His blazing presence in the arena, his devastating armblade specials, and his reputation as the Dark Prince ensure that every match he enters feels like a main event. Whether players fear him, chase him, or master him, Diablo leaves a mark on everyone who steps into the WRB ring, proving that in the world of real steel, legends are forged not only in victory, but in the unforgettable characters who fight for it.